Good morning, everyone. This is Bizchicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today I am here with my friend Terry Johnson online everywhere, Discord and uh, Instagram, all over the web. You can find her. And so we just want to welcome her. She's coming in all the way from New York City, and we are excited. We just want you to get your pencil and paper ready because we know she's going to share some invaluable information with us today. TJ, what do you have for us today?
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another week of marketing talk. and I'm glad to be here every week. Or we're talking about marketing and things that are changing with your business, and you want to build your brand successfully. So things change, and that's why I like to say that we need to talk about it constantly. And
Mm,
one of my
mhm.
things is that I see a lot of people that see old advice and they go with it and it doesn't work. So I want to say, because of social media, everything changes constantly.
Mm.
So even advice from last year, you can use
Wow.
it to say, try to grow on Instagram or whatever platform you're on. That information can change because the platforms change. They change the way their algorithm, which is how they serve up the content. They change that content and they're always tweaking that. And Instagram's a good example of that, that they're always changing the way that they serve content because they want to make their user happy. It's
Mm,
not about business owners or influencers or creators, as we're going to talk about today. The creator economy. We're going to talk about that because that's on the rise. But um, you have to be current. You have to stay current. I know it's hard for business owners because you're running your business, but that's why you come here, because I'm going to make sure you stay current. And why do you want to stay current? Because it's the same thing. Think about clothing styles. Clothing styles in the fashion industry changes all the time, right? So right
mm-hmm.
now, the fashionable stuff is stuff from, I believe, like the 90s. Like whatever we were wearing in the 90s, that's what Gen Z is discovering and loving and wearing. But if you and for an example, I'm gonna give a quick example because we had to go jean shopping, and I was like, well, why are the jeans big leg and baggy? Boyfriend is what they used to call it. The men's, they're
Yes.
baggy. Whereas with jeans in the last few years, they were what? Skinny jeans.
Mm-hmm.
But now you cannot buy a pair of skinny jeans.
Wow. I liked skinny jeans, but okay.
Yeah. So that's how it goes. Do you mind if I put it? I'd rather we have it like that.
Okay. You had that conversation. You like that view better? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I mean about trends in marketing.
Okay.
So you can wear your skinny jeans now, but you kind of stand out, and you're like, why is everybody else wearing these baggy, billowy, big leg pants? And everything
Yes.
is slouchy. The sweaters are slouchy. There's no, like, see, it's like tight fit. This is not
Yes.
the trend.
Mm.
This not the trend. So and I discovered this because we had to, buy some, this fall, buy some new clothes. And I was looking online. I was like, well, why is everything all like big and slouchy, shapeless? And it's because the trends, the fashion trends. So the same thing happens with marketing, is that you want to be in the trends because your audience sees that everywhere else, if you
Mhm.
understand what I'm saying, because
Yes.
of Gen Z. So, and we talk about this with styles of, especially with styles of video. TikTok
Okay.
is taking over. So the TikTok style of doing a short form video translate over to Instagram, translate over to YouTube Shorts, and wherever else you do short form video. That style is the trend. So it's pretty much like, okay, if I'm not doing that, and I'm not saying you have to cookie cutter, I'm just saying the style of it, like the how they're doing it. Like a big one is the green screen If you've seen that where somebody has a video and they put up a article behind them,
Yes.
their face is small in the corner, that's green screen because they want to talk about the article and they point at this like that. That's a trend.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
trend. So if and for example, if you're still doing the jumping and dancing videos, and I'm saying for business, not for Gen Z and all that, they're still dancing and everything. I'm saying for business owners, the jumping and the this and that, that trend is pretty much over. It's
Mm,
all green screen now for business owners because you're giving out information. That's just one of the examples that I'm saying that if you're not paying attention, you're going to say, well, let me do these reels. And then you get some old information from someone you follow or wherever. And they're jumping and pointing and those things for business, short form video, they're not doing that anymore. So
mm.
that's what I
Okay.
mean about keeping up with the
The
styles and what's going on.
times, yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
So a part of this has to do with what I like. Well, not I'm calling. They are calling. They, the business community, whoever. In this case, it's a Adobe. They're calling it the creator economy,
Okay.
not influencer and not the influencer marketing, which is a part of the creator economy. Creator economy is a bigger thing than just influencers. So there's a lot of things inside of the creator economy. And let me give you
Mhm.
a definition real quick. This is from Adobe because Adobe is the one that did the study. So they did a study called Future Creativity. So they're saying the creator economy is the economy empowering people who are monetizing their content, goods, and services online by leveraging their own creativity, talents, and passions. Now, this economy is grown by more than 165 million creators over the past 2 years. So they're saying, I think they did the study in 2020, 2021. It was 165 million creators. Now it is 303 million creators globally. So they're saying that this study finds that the creator economy continues to grow and is reshaping every aspect of culture and society, from the future of work to social causes to mental health. And today is World Mental Health Day, by the way.
Yes,
So,
it is.
but this is
Mm,
why I'm bringing up the part about the trends, because you see
mm.
what's happening here. They're saying that it includes or it affects every aspect of society. So they're saying it reshapes every aspect of culture and society, work, social causes, mental health, you name it. The creator economy is shaping how things are done and seen. So as business owners, we have to keep up with what's happening because you don't want to be out of fashion
Okay.
because you stick out.
Yes. It's like we're stuck.
Right.
Yeah,
So does everybody get what the creator economy is? That's what it is.
I think so.
So
Mhm.
it is the world that's being created, and it was led by social media, but social media is not all of it. It's becoming this thing called the creator economy where everyone is making content. And let me read this again. It makes content that allows you to monetize content, goods, and services. And you use your creativity, talents, and passions. Okay. So we're not in that as far as, and I always apply this to business owners. We're in a different world. I want you to realize that we're coming out of, oh, social media. What's that? Oh, take a picture of my food and this, and we've left that way behind. We're now in this area of society where everyone is doing it, and it's being led by Gen Z. And you've heard the stories. If you haven't, I'll tell you, there's the stories that Gen Z do not want the 9 to 5 life that their parents
Yes.
had. They don't want to own anything. They want to be free to do what they want. So that's why I love how they said leverage creativity, talents, and passions. So that's what they're doing. So I've
Wow.
heard a lot of stories about, business owners and businesses and corporations that, oh, how do Gen Z doesn't want to work. When they show up, they do whatever. They stay for a while and they leave. They are not in the mindset, I'm gonna stay at the job for 50 years and gonna go watch.
Mhm.
Remember those days? Anybody
Yes.
remember? You worked at a company and you worked there, and after whatever amount of time you retire with a gold watch, a gift, a party, a cake, goodbye, and you retire. They're not doing that. They don't even want the 9 to 5 because of social media and the internet and the tools that we have.
Mm.
Okay, it's because of the tools. And I had a graphic. Let me see real quick. Let me find it. I thought I had it open. I had a graphic of like all the tools,
Uh-huh.
and I wanted to show it to you. But it's because of, because if you want to know why we're here, it is because of the internet and of course AI. We cannot stop talking about generative AI, which is Bing Chat, ChatGPT, and some other things. So just give me a minute. I thought I had it open. I
No
really wanted
problem.
to show it to you. I'm sorry. I usually try to have things open, but I got so much stuff that I'm doing that it
It's,
just
take your time, TJ.
okay.
We
Okay.
just because what we want to emphasize to our audience today is that we need to keep up. Things are changing. Come on,
Yes.
guys. Let's get
Yes.
on the let's get on the trend train.
You've seen it all because you've seen how things are happening, especially with TikTok. TikTok has led the way.
And they were talking about it this morning on the news about TikTok and um, individuals, teenagers making millions of dollars on TikTok selling items. And so
That's
I
the
think,
content, that's the creator economy. So that's what Adobe is calling it, the
mhm.
creator economy. Oh, I cannot find the article, guys.
So
It had a nice
your
graphic.
teenager may not need an allowance, guys. You need to check in with them. They may have already paid your house off.
Okay, I can't find it. I don't want to waste time. I usually have everything queued up. But it was a nice graphic of like different digital tools, and it listed all of the tools. So think about Patreon was one we've been talking about on Tech Fridays because they're changing their look because they realize that people want to make content and they want to monetize it.
Yes.
So Patreon, MailChimp, just all of these digital tools that you can use, free and paid. And I wanted to find this graphic because it had everything on it. So you could put social media on there. You could put your social media management tools. You could I'm thinking of, what is that? There's another tool that not Clavio, Teachable.
Oh,
Teachable, there's a couple of them like that where you could set up online courses and the
yes.
tool helps you. But this
Okay.
graphic I wanted to show you had every little, it had the little icons on it. I cannot find it. I'm so sorry. But I will
It's all right.
post it later in the chat so you can
Yes,
see.
and it might be minimized.
Well,
Sometimes.
no, I closed it. So I was looking in my
Uh,
history and I don't remember the
yes, to
title of
find
the
it.
article. I don't remember the title. So if I knew the title, I could find it real
Yeah,
quickly,
pull it
and I
up.
can't. So I meant to show it, and I got a bunch of stuff that's open and I'm mad about going. That's not it. That's not it. That's okay. So let's get back to this economy, creator economy.
Okay.
So let's get back to that because I want to talk about that because we have to embrace it. It's here to stay. It's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. And let me get back to my notes. I just got off track because I wanted to find that graphic for you guys.
Yes.
I just, because
Mhm.
when I saw it, I was like, that's great. I want to use that. So I will post it up later. I might put it on my stories. I might do something later. We'll see. So
Okay.
there's a quote from the Chief Product Officer, Executive Vice President of Adobe Creative Cloud. Now, Adobe is a software company that they make Photoshop and they make tools that allow you to create images, graphics, movies, what have you. So he said the unprecedented growth of the creator economy provides. Sorry, guys, my phone. Let
Mhm.
me see because it could be something and it's nothing.
Okay.
I usually put that on mute. Sorry. So let's get back to this quote. The unprecedented growth of the creator economy provides a plan for everyone to be a creator.
Mhm.
Individuals, solopreneurs, small business owners, and content creators can now express themselves and explore creative and artistic pursuits in new ways. Increasingly, creators from all walks of life are turning their creative inspirations and passions into new careers and businesses. supported by Adobe Creative Tools. So
Mhm.
Adobe's tools are in those that list of tools I was talking about. So Photoshop to make images. Think about Canva. Think about what
Dolly,
is it? Not CapCut. Is it CapCut? CapCut that
CapCut.
allows you to make the videos for TikTok. All of those tools are included in here, and they are things that can help people use it creatively. Now, what does that have to do with business owners? Like I said earlier about the trends. In
Mhm.
order to make content that stands out for us, we have to follow the trends. You have to do what's being done by Gen Z, millennials, whatever group you want to look at that's giving out the trends. And you sort of have to adopt a little bit of it. You don't have to copy it. Just like when, I said earlier about Gen Z and TikTok, and they do a lot of dancing. That was the thing. And business people are going, well, I don't want to dance. You don't have to. You're just there to use the tool to give information in order to get people to get interested in your business. But now you have to do it in a creative way. You have to be more creative, not as creative as those guys, those kids, because they got time, they got all the time in the world to figure out all the little filters and the background things and all the things that jump and move. They got all day to do that. We don't.
Mm-mm.
So, but you want to incorporate that spirit of it into your content, because if you're putting out content that just sits there and doesn't do anything, you're not going to get any traction, because of what I just said, that everywhere else that your audience is going,
Uh-huh.
they're seeing that type of style of content. Because of the creator economy, because Gen Z and the younger crowd do not want to fit into a 9 to 5 world, they want to do what they want to do. They want to turn their passions into profit, and they want to
Mhm.
do it creatively, and they can do it creatively. So that's really what this is about. The creator economy is about a mindset that we as business owners have to adopt in order to stand out with our content. And it's not about being an influencer. That's what I said when we started. I said influencers are a part of this creator economy, but it's a whole world of digital products, digital tools, digital platforms, social media, everything wrapped up into a ball. And you got to figure out, how do I make content to stand out online? So here's a good analogy. You're now NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, whatever channel, Bravo, Hulu, whatever media channel, that's what you have to be now. So what I mean by that, say NBC, ABC, what do? They create programs. They have different programs that
Mhm.
attract a different audience. They have producers and people and writers that know how to write the content that attracts that audience that they want for the advertisers, because the advertisers is what pays the bills.
Uh-huh.
A network doesn't, they don't, they need advertisers. That's how they get money. If they don't have advertisers, they don't have anything. So that's what I'm saying is the creator economy. You're gonna have to start to switch your mind to, I need to be, I'm a network now, and I gotta figure out how to create content programming that's going to attract my target audience, which the customers are in there.
Mhm.
So it's harder now. It seems easy because, people say, oh, social media is so easy. It's easy. Yes, it's easy to use, but is it easy to turn a follower into a fan? Is it
Mhm.
easy to turn a follower into a fan? Someone who just has a little interest into someone who becomes a buyer. That's the customer buyer's journey that I always talk about. That is very hard. It's very hard to do, but once you write it, once you get the blueprint, I always say it's like a house. You get the blueprint, you build the house, and you're good. That's the hard work of it, building the house. So that's the process that we've got to be in now, is with our content. You cannot just post something up and just go about your business and go, oh well, I posted something today. That's not
Mhm.
the world that your audience lives in. They're looking at being entertained. They're looking at being educated. They're looking at something that gets their attention. So that's really what the creator economy is about. And the younger generation is good at it because their mindset is different. They don't want the 9 to 5. They don't
Mhm.
want to stay in a job more, a year, even if they stay a year. They don't have that mindset of it's going to affect me to job hop. They're trying to find their passion. That's why they do that. And they finding their passion by, oh, maybe I'll be a creator.
Uh-huh.
But here's the deal. A lot of these kids that are creators like that are making lots of money. Some aren't,
Mhm.
some are. But that just shows you how it works. Like when you hit, you hit. When you don't, it's crickets. And
Mhm.
that's the hard part of it, figuring out the connection between your business, your brand, and your audience, what they need, what they want from you. See,
Oh.
and once you hit that, you make the plan. Like I said, your ABC, NBC, CBS, you're making the content that constantly attracts them. What was that? Must see TV on NBC. Um,
Uh-huh.
ABC had the thing TGIF, can't miss shows. That's your mindset. Not on that scale. I'm not saying that you're going to go out and build a set and make, no, I mean the thought process of we got to make content that attracts the audience. Is it
Okay.
in a nutshell? Okay. So I know I said a lot. Let's stop and breathe because that's a lot to take in. But that's where we're heading with content marketing, content creation, marketing online as business owners. That's what's coming. It's already here, but
Wow.
business corporations are doing. Some corporations are doing this. Some brands are doing this, but a lot of brands aren't because they're still stuck in the mindset of making TV commercials. And we talked
Mhm.
about this too. That Gen Z doesn't watch commercials, which is the audience that they want. They don't watch TV. They don't own a TV. They own, where's my phone? They own this.
Well, if they own the TV, they're probably using it for a monitor.
They own this. No, they don't
Mhm.
own, no. Gen Z don't, no. They're not interested in big screen TVs. They
Okay.
own this. They watch everything on this. So your
Mhm.
content has to be what? For this,
Mhm.
not for a big screen TV. That's a part of the creator economy mindset.
Mhm.
And I know you can say, well, Gen Z is not my audience. They affect the culture. They affect society, which means whatever they do today, your audience will be doing next year. So you want to stay ahead of the game and be ready for when
Mhm.
your generation, your audience is ready for it. Because if you look at this, especially with Instagram, a lot of people think everybody's on Instagram. There's a certain subset, and we talked about this in one of the reports. Fran and we talked about one of the social media reports,
Uh-huh.
saying how many people are on Instagram 45 and up. It's very low. They're not on Instagram, they're on Facebook, but they're going to go to Instagram at some point in time. So that means you have to shift your content for that group 45 and up for Instagram when they get there. You want to be ready.
Mhm.
Like the Love Boat, you want to be welcome. Hey, come on. We got everything exciting and new. Come aboard. We got, everything for you. So you want to be ready as business owners. You don't want to be left behind holding the bag going, what happened? I don't know what's happening. Where's everybody? You must stay ahead of this information.
Mhm.
Now, the good thing about it is that your audience skews older, like the 40, 45, 45 and up, 55 and plus, and stuff like that. You got a lot of time to figure it out because they're not instantly going to Instagram, but they will be there at some point. So you
Well,
got time.
and they have to figure out Instagram because a lot of times wedding invitations, baby
Yes,
showers,
yes.
things that are happening are posted on Instagram.
Right. And here's the deal. The good thing about Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp, they're all one. They're called Meta. And
Mhm.
Meta likes to make sure if you're on one platform, they will show you how to get to the other.
Mm.
They will make that connection. So it's not like they'll just leave you behind. Well, how do I get on Instagram? You go on Facebook and there'll be stuff on there. Well, you want to get on Instagram? This is how you do it. Click here, do that, one click, whatever, you're there. So that was the thing with Threads. When Threads, the new app came out earlier this year, It was a one-click deal because it was connected to your Instagram. Now, some people didn't like that, and I was like, well, okay, so you don't have to be here. But that's the world we're gonna live in, and Meta understands that if we got you in our ecosystem, Facebook, we're gonna push you to the other things we got, and it's going to be a one-click deal. So it's not going to be confusing.
Well,
Because
that
with
would be
Threads,
helpful.
because with Threads, you downloaded it and it said put your Instagram handle in, and you
Hmm.
put it in, and it did the work for you. So
Mm.
Meta understands that is what I'm saying. So your group, 45 and up, they are going to Instagram. They are going to go to TikTok. They're not there now, but you want to be ready. And I mean with content, you want to be ready. You want to go,
Hmm.
oh, I already know that you got, you're new here. This is what you do. This is what's going on. So that's a constant. So you don't have to. I'm not saying that Gen Z is your audience. I know Gen Z may not be your audience, but what they do, the things that they, attitudes and how they consume, and how, more importantly, how they buy will
Mm.
get to your group. Because
Hmm.
that's how it's been like that forever. It's been like that forever. The youth lead the way in changing the way we do things, where we consume content, the way we get our news, what we're concerned about, social causes, you name it.
Uh-huh.
My iPad, you
Hmm.
name it. The youth has always done that. And if you don't believe me, the 60s. That's all I'm going to say. Go back and research it if you don't remember it or if you don't know. But the 60s made a change. It was a counter culture to their parents. They did not want anything to do with what their parents did, how they did it, the things they were interested in. And that changed the world. So every, culture like that, every generation, they will come in and change things.
I
So we
like
got
that.
to be ready. All right, so I got some numbers, just a little bit.
Okay.
So the creator economy has grown exponentially since 2020. This is Adobe. More than 165 million creators joined the creator economy since 2020. We talked about that. So in the US alone, the creator economy grew by 34 million new creators. That's 40%.
Wow.
Brazil was 70 plus 73 million new users. South Korea and Spain, all of these places are emerging as hotspots for creativity. Now, why do we care about these other countries? Because we're a global economy now because of the internet. It's no
Yeah.
longer where they're over there. The
Hmm.
internet instantly connects everybody, whether you're here or in Spain or in Newfoundland or at South Africa, wherever. That geographical barrier is not there anymore. So that's why
And
all of
the
this is important.
and the language barrier is not there anymore because
Exactly. And think
now
about,
you.
I love that South Korea is on here because that reminds me of the Korean music groups, what is it, BTS and all of those. They've
Hmm.
taken over here. Who would have thought? And they sing in Korean.
Hmm. But your phone will translate for you too.
Right. So we have all of those things that help. So it's not like, well, who cares about Spain, South Korea, Brazil? Those places, whatever culturally is happening, our teenagers can pick up on it because it's an instant connection. There's no barrier for that. All right. So 1 in 4 people, 23% are creators contributing photography, videography, creative writing, and more to online spaces, including social media platform and blogs. Millennials represent 42% of the creator economy. By comparison, Gen Z represents 14% for now. So they're saying that right now, as of this moment, it's more millennial driven. And remember, millennials, the oldest is 40 now. I think they're 40, 41. So they're driving most of the creator economy. But guess what? That Gen Z, as we move along in years, as time goes by, that 14% is going to be more. 48% of creators are universally motivated by the same goal, freedom of expression. Less than one third of creators, 26%, are motivated by money. So it's not about money, it's about they're free to express their creativity, their passions, what they care
Hmm.
about. And it's
Hmm.
not fitting into a mold of getting a 9 to 5, which is what their parents want them to do.
Hmm.
Parents want that, but they don't want that.
Yes, and that 14%, most of them are underage right now. So
Mhm.
because they've never known anything but
Right.
um, these devices, so they come very easy to them.
It comes really easy to them because they were born into it. So
Exactly.
that's how they live and breathe and work. One more, influencers make up only 14% of the global creator economy. So that's why I wanted to make that that distinction that we're not. I'm not talking about influencers. I'm talking about the whole creator economy, which we are a part of as business owners. Everyone is a part of this because of the internet and social media platforms that make instant connections and they influence society. So we're a part of that.
Well, that's encouraging because I don't want business owners to think that they have to be an influencer
No,
with thousands of followers
no.
in
And we
order to
talked about
do
that.
business.
Yes, I mentioned that several times
Yeah, but
that
I just want to encourage
yes,
people. Don't
we
get
are not
discouraged.
influencers because here's the definition of influencer: it's someone online, a creator who has a following on social media or their blog or their email list or whatever that they want to do business with a brand in order to get sponsored,
Hmm.
which means money. That's how they get their money. A business owner doesn't do that. We can definitely be an influencer, but that's more of a B2B kind of thing because a business owner is in it for revenue
Hmm.
generating activities, not influencer activities. So you're right. So that's why I wanted to make that distinction between influencer, which you've heard of, and creator. The
Hmm.
creator economy, which is a whole system, a whole thing of this is how we're thinking, feeling, doing, where the world is moving. So social media was a big mover of that. Uh Generative AI really moved the needle since Chat GPT came out in November 2022. But we've had AI for years. You just
Yes,
never
we have.
noticed it.
Hmm.
And so ChatGPT came out by OpenAI because they made a user interface that was easy to deal with uh GPT, large language models, all that stuff I'm not going to get into. But now don't forget we've got the image side of it, which I'll talk about a little bit because I'm really excited. I've started to play with that. I
Have
wasn't
you?
before.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I wasn't playing with Doll-E, Mid-Journey, all the ones that make images because I didn't feel it was ready. And this was last year I was doing this, and
Uh-huh.
I was like, I'm gonna leave the image part of it, image generation,
Hmm.
out of it, which is where you type in text and it gives you an image based on the text. But now because it's grown and advanced so fast, so what is October 2023, it is ready.
Okay.
So I don't know if this is gonna scare you or not. I'm going to show you. Now this I can pull up because it is an image. And did I save it on this computer? No, I did not. I am not prepared today. I am sorry, guys. I'm usually more prepared than that. It's on my other computer, which is not on. Let me see if I can find it if I bring up something else. Yeah, so I started to play with Mid Journey. And then remember on Friday we talked about
We showed the
we
sunflowers.
yes, we talked about Doll-E because Doll-E, which is one of the image generators from OpenAI, is
Hmm.
now inside of Microsoft Bing Chat, which means you can go to Bing Chat, type in give create an image of a forest with pretty flowers, green flowers, you're very descriptive and it will make it. It will
Hmm.
make it for you. So it's getting better at it, but I'm not a fan of Doll-E or Bing. I use Midjourney, which is another image generator, and I don't have it up. Oh boy. Let me see if I can get because I didn't turn on my other computer. I have two computers. So like yeah, I got two computers. Let me see. Hold on,
No
guys.
problem.
Hold on. Cause and it's I'm so excited because I did this last night.
Oh,
Stayed up late
It's new.
No, it's not new. It's just that they've gone from version like 1 to version 5. So the versions the engines do more.
Uh-huh.
So I'm starting to pay attention to it more. So let me bring up something. Let me see if I
Can I play on your iPad?
bring up
I'll
something
never
that
know when you
will.
finish, okay?
Hello there.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. You joining us today? Okay, let me
She's in the
save.
room. Yeah, you can get up there.
Okay, let me see. So getting back to this generative AI, which I is a part of creator economy, which it has gotten so much better. Now you remember, I don't know if you remember, but it say last year when you used to use these image generators, they would make a person with 3 hands, or they look weird, or it didn't look realistic. Those days are gone.
Oh,
Okay.
good, because yeah, we want it to look
It it
natural.
it is very natural, but here's the deal with generative AI. You have to know how to do the prompts correctly. And I'm proud to say that I've been working on it, because I'm going to teach this. Um Matter of fact, let me see, can I bring this? Let me see, how would I bring this into Chrome so I can show it to you through StreamYard? Let me see. We having a little technical. All right, I think I can do this.
I know, because when you're on two different platforms, it's
Okay,
like,
let me. All right, so this is, I usually make a graphic for the shows every week. So
mm-hmm,
I make one to put on my social media and everything. And I use all of most of the images are, one or two is AI, the rest are like stock photos.
uh-huh.
But this one, let me see if I can bring it up. Yes, here we go. This one, can you see that?
Oh, yes.
That's not a stock photo.
Oh, it's not?
No, that's AI. That's not a real person. I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
she's presented as a, and I put a filter over it to make it purple.
Uh-huh.
Let me see if I can find it without the filter so you can really see. And I believe I did this one in Canva.
Like us.
I did this one in Canva. No, I can't find it without. I didn't download it without the filter. I like to put a filter over it. So that's not real. Now, if you look closely at her hands, it looks a little weird. And I was like, I didn't want to go 100% perfection with this, because I was just like, we're not gonna pay attention to it much. But I would go in and try to fix the hands. You see, the hands are a little weird, just a little weird. But if you look at her face, it looks like a black woman, right? Smiling next to a camera. She got a laptop in front of her. Now,
Yeah.
if you look closely at the camera, it's not like 100% like, okay, a real camera bought in the store, but it's close enough for me. This was good
Mm-hmm.
enough for me. And this
Yeah.
was in Canva. I did all of this in Canva. So if you don't have Canva, wow, I'm saying you better get Canva. Now I got one more to show you,
Mommy.
and I thought I brought it. Where is it? Hold on. Again, I got a ton.
This
Oh, I
is
didn't
really
save it.
impressive, TJ.
Okay, so this one I was like, I lost sleep over this one, and I want to see. I want to see what you guys think of this. Okay, so let me see if I can drop it in there, because there's so many ways of bringing an image. Okay, now I see it. All right, so let me see. All right. Oh no, I don't want to zoom it. Okay, so look at this one. Are these photographs or the AI?
They look like photographs to me.
This is AI. This is AI.
Wow.
Okay, let me go back to you guys. I zoomed in a little bit. This is AI. I typed in Mercedes, what did I type in? Mercedes S GLC something and the color. And you do some things about photographs. And this is what it gave me.
Wow.
I
And
wish I could
is it
zoom. I
sitting
wanted
on
to zoom in
ice?
on each one.
Is it sitting on ice?
It's on. I did scenic background, so it's probably sitting on. Oh, I know why it's sitting on ice. This one on the top left looks like it's on a ridge between the lake. It's
Yes.
because the color of this car, and I used the Mercedes color I went to Mercedes.com because I don't have a Mercedes. I went to Mercedes.com and looked it up, and these are one of the colors was polar white. So
Wow.
AI is taking that word polar and
And put it
integrating
on
it,
a glacier.
which fits. Doesn't this fit?
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it to you. And here, let me make this like that so you
Okay.
can really see. I'm like, this looks like it could be from a photograph that they use in a magazine to advertise the car. And no camera was used. What do you? I mean, it gave me chills. I don't know what it's doing to everybody else. Let me get back here. I don't know what it's doing to everybody else, but this kept me up. This kept me up last, and I was like, you don't need a camera. And this is a part of Creator Academy. We're in this world where this is what's being made. Now, I had a couple, I think I had one isolated that I'm trying to bring up. So I did turn on my computer. And let me see if I can bring it over. I was so excited. I forgot to. I was so excited last night. I forgot to bring them over to this
Uh-huh.
computer. So hold on just a second. I just
Well, I
want to.
took down the banner so we could see more of that one on the bottom left.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make it full screen again? You can while I'm doing this.
I am. Okay, hold on. I see what you mean. Just go.
Yeah,
Okay.
to make it because I
Mm-hmm.
thought you can isolate each of these images as one, but when I use Midjourney, it gives you it gives you a four. I can do one at a time, but it usually does four at a time. So
Uh-huh.
whichever one I like the one on the top left, I could isolate that and save it as one image and use it and do what I need to do with it.
Oh my.
So now I'm trying to bring these I have another one to show you. Just to show you what's happening. And this is Mid Journey. I typed in a text prompt. That's all I did. And
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't like a whole 3 paragraphs of descriptive words. It was like
Yes.
one sentence. This is the
Oh.
level. This is the level to what it's getting to be now. This is what it's doing now. And let me get back here. This is what you can do now with generative AI with creating images. Now, what's so important about that? Like I said, if I'm doing a magazine layout for Mercedes Benz ad, do you know what they would have to do in real life to get that shot? They would have to go to wherever that location is, get the car there, take it at the right time of day for the right lighting, have the crew there, fly these people out, which is like in the millions
Yes.
or at least the high hundred thousands. So
Wow.
they don't
Not
have to
to
do that
mention
anymore.
shipping the car.
Hmm? What's
Shipping
that?
the car.
Yeah, shipping the car. All of those things cost when they're doing ad shoots for magazines, and not even think about the television ad. The money that goes into that, because I used to work in the advertising agency, so I know all the stuff that goes behind the scenes to get the
Mm-hmm.
ads that you see. But if I was doing a magazine spread, I could just go to Midjourney or Stable Diffusion or whatever your tool of choice, DALL-E, whatever tool you want to use. Know how to give it a text prompt, and it will give me that image. And all I got to do is put some text on it, and it goes in the magazine or it goes digitally within a blink of an
Mm-hmm.
eye. If I'm doing something online, how long is that process going to take for me to make an ad or to make a post on social media about that
Wow.
Mercedes. I think it's a GLC or something it's called.
Wow. That's
And I did that last night. Now I got one more I want to show you. All because I was just so excited. And we're talking about the creator economy, which means that creating content with the internet, social media, and now AI is in the blink of an eye. And it's professional quality.
it really is.
It's not like it was before, which that's why I was like, okay, I'm only going to focus on text, chat GPT and stuff like that, because I was like, it's easier to figure out the prompts. And at that time, when last year, I was like, images do not come out correctly. It looked like
Mhm.
crazy people. Now they don't look like crazy people. That was the car. So now let me show you some people. And let me bring up again. How did I get this? Okay. All right, give me a second. I gotta drag this into. There's several ways to do this. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this. Let me do this one. Okay, let's do that. Yes, let's do that one. All right, hold on. You ready?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Hold on to your hats now. Hold on to your hats. Can you
Oh,
see that?
yes, we can.
Now, the only thing I'll point out is a little wonky with the hands, but again, there's
Most
some
people are
things that
not focused on the hands unless we're
right. You
looking at
don't
the
look at the
lens.
hands. You like,
Mm-mm.
wow, look at that girl. And then the camera she's got, I don't know what kind of camera she's got, which is kind of weird. But hold on, I want to show you another one that I have. And I'm trying to trying to drag them in to, and this will only get better. There's some others that I had, but the one that really blew me away was the car. That
Uh-huh.
was the one that I went, okay, I think AI is ready. Here's another one.
I
Young
like
man,
it.
he got light. Now I wanted a ring light, but it put it on the desk. But there's the
Uh-huh.
lights. It doesn't have the camera, but he's in front of a
I see the
computer.
ring light in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's one on the desk. I just noticed it. But you would think,
Oh,
hey,
yeah,
that you
around
see,
him.
I wanted a ring light. But if I was, somebody, in this culture, and I wanted an image to use on my blog or social media as a profile, as a post, I'm talking about something. Is this great or what?
This is really amazing. And there's no watermark.
No. And this is mine. I own this. I could do whatever I want with this. I mean, commercially,
Uh-huh.
it's mine.
Okay.
I could do whatever I want with it, which is monetize, make money.
Mm-hmm.
So here's let me switch to this one. Here's another one. That one, the hands look pretty good.
Yeah.
And I got one. Let me see. Let's do one more. But this is what I've been playing with. This is what I've been doing. And I was just like blown away by how
That that right there is really good too.
yes. So but look at her hand. It's a little just
Little
a
off. Uh-huh.
hair. But I can fix that if I wanted to. I just didn't want to, I don't want to get into more of, and then the camera's kind of weird. Like there's a lens sitting on top of what. So, but that, if I was talking about audio, video, something on my blog, and I wanted to show, oh, she's got the computer, the laptop, and she's getting ready to be an influencer. That's the
Yes.
word I use, influence. Excuse me. And this is what it gave me back.
Oh, wow.
So here's the key. You have to be very descriptive.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be
Mm-hmm.
with AI, with text and images. You have to be very descriptive and you'll get what you want. Now, what does that have to do with business owners? Well, you got a website, a blog, you need to post something on social media. It does food, it does objects, it does everything. Whatever the mind can conceive, it will achieve. That's the
Wow.
only thing I can say. If you can say it in text,
Uh-huh.
it will make it for you. Now, it might not make it the way you want, and that's where you get into refinement. There's tools and there's ways to do that, but it certainly does it without you hiring a photographer. I'm really scared for the photography industry.
Wow.
Only in as blog posts and online stuff. Even though I'm not that worried because you always need a photographer.
Mm-hmm.
And what
Mm-hmm.
I mean is a photographer should learn this how to use this tool because they have the knowledge. Like they know the
Yes.
f-stops and they know the back light, the front light, the side light, the tone, the style, the side.
Mm-hmm.
They know that because they take photographs. So they could change that and not use the camera and create images
Now, can
that
they
would be just as good.
import? Can I import the individual's picture into there?
You can use an image instead of a text prompt. Now I've done it once or twice. I just don't like uploading if I was going to do myself, and I've seen, some people on YouTube they talk about, "Oh, you can take yourself." I just don't like to upload myself cuz it's me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And remember, these platforms they're taking the information that you put in and they're learning. So if you put a picture of yourself, you're in that machine. So I don't know how it's being used. So I really don't want to do me, but you can take an object. Say you're a food blogger and you make cakes or something. You took a picture of the cake, but
Mm-hmm.
you want to change the color, you want to change something on it. You could upload that and then you can make changes to it without having to take several pictures.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a time issue or whatever. But there's a way to do it with an image. You can do image to image prompting is what it's called. But this is what I'm starting to discover, and I'm liking what I'm seeing, but I know this scares some people, but this is the creator economy. This is where we are. This is where things are going. I need a picture of a pink teddy bear with a something with diamonds around the neck and it said something on the front with my logo. How are you going to take a picture of that? Well, the old fashioned way, I got to get a camera and I got to set it up and I got to get the thing in the backdrop, or I hire somebody, which I have to pay them a lot of money because good photographers are worth it. Or do I head on over to AI and type in what I want and get what I want in like 10 seconds because I need it for my blog.
That is
Or I
amazing.
needed to post on social media. I got budget constraints as a business owner. I would
Uh-huh.
love to hire a professional, but I don't have the money for it. There's your photographer. So it's
Wow.
DALL-E, Stable Diffusion, Midjourney, Playground, Leonardo, AI. There will be more to come. What I'm saying is that every day there's a new AI tool, and
Mm-hmm.
each tool does it better. Say the tools in January,
Yes.
they have better ones today because it's October. Because somebody took the January tool and refined it and made it better. What's going to happen? And I want you to get ready because that's why we're talking about the creator economy. Is you're going to be able to do all of that within a platform. You won't have to go outside. You won't have to go to ChatGPT because it's
Yes.
happening now. You want to make content, it'll be right inside of wherever you are typing. Meta is working on that. So I'm just saying, get ready. And the reason why is because of the creator economy. And we just talked about the numbers about all the money that's to be made. Millennials and Gen Z don't want to work a traditional 9 to 5. And here's another thing also. They like remote work from home.
Yes.
A lot of corporations are telling people, well, you can't stay at home now. You got to come back or lose your job.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know a lot of this generation is like, well, I'll just won't come back, work on my passion because the tools are there on social media, on my phone, wherever, and it's easy for me to create content that's going to attract an audience that's going to buy whatever I'm selling, and that's good enough for them.
Uh-huh.
So this is the world that we're entering in. This is like the doorway to it. Like we haven't fully stepped into the creator economy. We haven't fully stepped into what generative AI can do, will do. I
Mm-hmm.
know there was a letter the beginning of the year from all these people talking about stopping and pause it. Not happening. Didn't happen. There is regulation. Our government is trying to regulate and get a handle on this. So we'll see. Now, the other side of this is that yes, the scammers will have better tools. Yes, the hackers will have better tools. But we gotta prepare ourselves for that. And that means being informed, staying up with the news, keeping ahead of what's happening so you can protect yourself. Because there'll be, as soon as they try something, there'll be another company that comes and says, okay, here's the security thing, or here's the key, or we're gonna move to uh uh physical keys that will have for not Bitcoin, the blockchain, which is another thing I'm not going to talk about yet. But we're going to move into an area where we'll have a digital thumbprint, footprint, a physical item that will allow us to unlock our money or our things or whatever's most important to us, our data, our health information.
Okay.
We're moving that way. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be perfect. And I've talked about a lot of this over the years, like what's
Uh-huh.
coming.
Yeah.
So these are things that's happening, but I want to talk about it because you have to get used to it. As business owners, you have to keep up with what's coming. Don't be afraid of it coming. Don't be afraid of it taking your business away. It's going to free up your time. And you can see with the photographs that I just showed you, if you're Mercedes and you need to sell this I think it's GLC model, you don't need to do all the things you did before, which as a corporation, they love saving money. So it's unfortunate for the people that are in the advertising industry that take pictures, that
Yes.
film, but they'll those skills will be needed. You're gonna have to change your tools, is what it is. The skills will always be needed. Writers
Mm-hmm.
will always be needed because you have skill.
Yes.
You know how to do something quickly. You know how to the tone of voice or write a story. Instead of pen and paper or however you do it now, you're gonna go over to ChatGPT, write the prompt, and it's gonna give you what you want. So, and another thing, this is all part of what happened in Hollywood with the strike, the writer strike, and the actor strike. This is a part of it. What I just showed you, especially with the generative
Absolutely.
AI. But my thinking is, if you're skilled, we still
Mm-hmm.
need photographers because they know how to take the picture. They know how to frame it and give you what you want. Someone who's not a photographer will not know how to give you the perfect picture like the one I just showed you.
Uh-huh.
They won't know because they don't take pictures. They don't have that skill. The person that does, that's good at it, will still be good because instead of picking up the camera, they're gonna go over the Doll E3, Mid Journey, or whatever, and they know what they want because they've
Wow.
done it before. Writers know what they want because they've done it before. So you want
Mm-hmm.
someone who has the skill and experience who's someone who doesn't. So that means you don't hire the kid that's on Fiverr or whatever that's just spitting because they don't care. There's a level of experience and care behind this.
Mm.
And the end result will show that.
Wow.
Okay. So there's more about the creator economy. We'll probably talk about it again at another date. But I just wanted to
This was a
introduce
lot
you
for
to this.
me.
I know. I know it's a lot, but I want you to just this absorb this thing about the creator economy and just get ready for the things that are coming because they are coming.
Mm-hmm.
You have to prepare yourself to accept it because we're not living in an analog world anymore, and business is definitely not going to be analog.
Mm-hmm.
So prepare for it. It's going to be okay. It's going to you're going to free up time to run your business. Okay,
Okay.
your robot will do things for you. Remember on the Jetsons, you had Rosie.
Yes.
Well, we're here. we're here. So I want to bring it up because that's what I need to do. I need to tell you this is what's happening. This is where we're going. I know there's a lot of talk about the metaverse. I don't believe the metaverse is ready, but this creator economy is ready. This
Mm,
AI is ready. So you don't have to love it, but it's a tool that you're going to use to grow your business. And that's what it's about.
gotcha.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I know it's a lot. Sink in, rewind, watch this again. We will talk about this some more. So don't worry about trying to get it all in one bite. Don't try that. Okay. That's indigestion. We don't want you to have that. Okay. So
Oh
this
my
is what
goodness.
coming. It's exciting. I'm excited. So you guys should be excited. Trust me, it's going to be okay. What we don't know is going to be figured out. But there will be some bumps, there will be some hacking and some scamming, and some people will part with some things that but that's because you have to inform yourself, arm yourself with the right tool to say, hey, wait a minute, they talked about that on the Bizchicks. Let me check my, let me make sure. Okay.
Wow.
So you got to be aware.
Well,
All
guys,
right.
if you're looking for Terry Johnson, she said Terry Johnson online everywhere. Oh my gosh, TJ, thank you so much. I find it informative and somewhat scary, but
I know it's a lot. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I wanted to do an overall thing, and then we'll break pieces down. And I got excited about the images because I just did that. I just did the Mercedes thing last night. Last
wow,
night.
that is amazing.
So I wanted to
I,
show
I
you what was possible for your business where you want to have a brand, you want to grow your brand and brand awareness, and you want it to look professional in a certain way. Well, it's going to be achievable. I'll say that.
wow.
It'll be achievable. So you
Whew.
need to follow us here on the Bizchicks. We're going to talk about here. Follow me online, Terry Johnson, online everywhere. You pick your
Mhm,
platform, Facebook,
mhm.
Instagram. I have a TikTok. I have not added anything. Also go to my website, terryjohnsononline.com/info. I got some free AI tool handout there. I got some other things that are free. So don't worry. Don't
Okay.
worry. The key to this, the key to growth is knowledge. The key to growth is knowledge. Okay? Is
Wow.
knowledge. And it's there. You just have to know, what do I need to pay attention to? And is the person telling me, are they trustworthy, authoritative, and can I believe in what they say? So you can do that's what happens here every day. Not just with
Wow.
today when we're talking about marketing, every day on the Biz Chicks, every week.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness. Guys, we just want to thank you. We got a comment here. Wait a minute. Oh, Francis Genius. Her friend is on the road. We just wish her well. And she travels today. But she
Okay.
says hello, and it is genius. Yes, it is. There you go.
Okay. Hey, friend. All right, so that's what I have for you today.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, TJ. I just
You're
want to
welcome.
remind everybody that hey, you heard it here on Biz Chicks, and I remember TJ predicting a number of things only to find that they came to fruition. So, you might want to jump on this AI thing
You might
and
wanna.
start practicing on your images.
Yeah,
We're
because one
here.
thing I did predict was that Facebook and Instagram and all of that would become one, and I remember a couple of people going, "That's not that wasn't gonna," and here we are. It's called Meta. So
Yep,
just a
and they
couple things, and this comes from just me, my knowledge and reading. That's all. I pay
Mhm.
attention to the news. I pay attention to what people are saying in different spots. And I know that you guys, business owners, you don't have time for that, but I do. I make that my business to know. So that's why I say I will tell you these things as I see them, or as they happen, or I hear about it, or I hear people talking about it, in social media land and marketing land and business and finance. So that's where it comes from. So
Well, you
there you
guys
go.
want to respect the source. And we just want to thank you so much, TJ. Give you
You're
a
welcome.
shout out here from Biz Chicks. Let people know, look, this is
You're
where you can
welcome.
find information that will help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and take the hassle out of your hustle. If you're looking to become a part of Bizchicks, you can join Bizchicks by simply texting Biz to 33777, or you can go over to our website, bizchicks.net, and contact us. We'd be glad to put you in touch with TJ. If you're not familiar with how to do it correctly, we can help you navigate that whole process, because we want you to be able to connect with our contributors so that they can help you run a profitable business that's fun to run.
Of course.
TJ, today has been outstanding. I feel highly educated in this area
And
in such
also, I
a
want to
short.
say, don't feel afraid to ask me a question wherever you are, Facebook, Instagram, wherever. You ask me a question. I love answering questions, because when I answer questions that you guys have, it adds to my knowledge. It adds to me knowing what you're thinking. So don't worry about that. I love answering questions. I have no problem with it. I encourage it.
Oh my goodness, thank goodness that she is open to our questions. So we want to just thank you so much, and we want to invite you back tomorrow, because we're going to be talking to um, Coach Karen Fern, all the way
Hmm.
from Toronto, Canada.
Yep.
My 3-year-old just walked in here, so I'm going to
Okay.
close this out. I want to say thank you. Come on, baby. Let's say bye bye.
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 Come on
She
over.
doesn't want to be
What
on camera.
press
She's
Bye.
she's so short. Here you go. Say bye bye.
Can I press the blue button?
You can't press the button.
I
No,
love
I'll
the
press the button.
strawberries. So cute.
Is this the square one?
No, no, hold on.
Is
Say
it
bye
this?
bye,
Push the
TJ.
button.
You
Bye
have to
bye,
turn that down.
TJ.
We can't hear. Okay. Her
That's right. Teach them
iPad is
early.
pretty loud.
Teach them
So we're gonna
early.
sign off. Thank you, everybody. Say bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye bye.
All right, here we go. We're gonna press this button.